What is going on, Punishers Paintball? Welcome back to the YouTube channel here for Punishers. I am Media Guy Doug, and I am happy to be talking to you today about how to clean the Spire 5. Most of these concepts can probably be applied to like the Spire 4, the Spire 3. A lot of these things really haven't changed too much, so we will deep dive into this today on how to get this bad boy spick and span. But before we do that, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel here, leave a comment if you so please, and when you're done watching, you may go right to the link in the description and purchase one of these bad boys. An Exalt barrel made, things of all kinds from Punishers Paintball. Please use those links in the description, and we will catch you guys after the intro.
I'm so free.
So I have here Joel's personal Spire 5 with his nice HK Army Evo speed feed. Awesome, love to see that. And yeah, he left me a little bit of cleanup to do. So without any further ado, let's get down to it, shall we? So first thing, I always like to wipe down the outside of the shell, just kind of make sure any, gunk and shots and things that could get on here are just gone. The big thing really is just getting rid of old hits. You don't want to have something like that get you pulled. I had that happen in the middle of an event. Had an old hit under my loader from getting off the field, and you tuck up like this and someone puts one underneath your loader. Well, apparently nobody saw that and didn't get wiped off, and I got pulled for that the next point. So carefully wipe down the outside of your loaders, and if you need to wet half of this and then do a wet wipe and then take the dry half, dry it off, or if you have the time you can leave it out overnight to air dry. That's also totally cool. Totally get that. Now, next thing to look at is going to be actually your speed feed. Something I like to do, especially with all metal pieces like this, is fold it down and just check in the actual, the hinges there. You will probably find over time that you're getting shot in there, you're getting some paint in there, so definitely take some time to wipe that out, get rid of that, all that gunk, just get in on top of it, push it down, and just wipe it. Now, one of Joel's teeth here, this backmost one, the center one, does have some paint on it, so what I like to do for that is I'll actually open the lid, and then kind of like using this like a mitten over my hand, I'll get on both sides of that fin, and just kind of rub all over it and try to get in between it and whatnot. Get it all cleaned up, get the paint wiped off. There we go. That's coming along very nicely. Joel, you'll be happy about this. You have a nice clean loader. But yeah, so you get that all wiped off. I got a tough spot here, so I'm gonna stick this in the kind of this corner of the rag in between it and just kind of drag that through a little bit. That's helped. There you go. That's getting a lot of that pink crap off of there. So you'll do that for a bunch of these different spokes and try to get in there, because you don't want any of this paint and oil and grease getting on the paint that you're going to shoot, because that might slick up your shot, make it not as accurate, and then you're going to have a bad time. And when you're playing paintball, you want your paint to shoot straight so that you can kill people. Insert the clip of Nikki Cuba. I'm shooting people.
Nikki, throw to the next fucking one. I'm shooting people.
And the old school dirter short bus videos that I used to love to watch. But anyway, yeah, so get these all nice and clean. Get in here. Joel, I don't know how you manage this, man. In every single little one, just all over the place. Dirty, dirty boy, Daddy Joel. There you go. Get in there, in that corner. Yeah. Cool. This is looking pretty nice now, so I'm going to go ahead and shut this. Nah, button. Okay. So, next you're going to want to open your Spire 5s, push that button down, push it in. Ta-da! Unlocked and open. We're going to take the tray out for now. We'll worry about the tray in a little bit. Got the shell right here. Now, there is an option for cleaning these things that somebody in college made me aware of that he has apparently done, where he takes the shell, because there's no electronics in it, and puts it in the dishwasher, which I'm not too sure about, but I mean, hey, whatever floats your boat, I guess, and gets your stuff clean, why not? If you have the time and if your mother won't kill you for doing that. But, for the rest of us, I think I'm going to stick with this, the old rag. So I'm seeing some paint residue, some paint shell, a little bit of oil kind of on the bottom and on the top shell. I'd go for the top shell first, because that's actually going to come in contact with more of the paint, because this bottom shell mostly gets taken and covered by your tray, but still good to wipe them both out. So I'm wiping my windows here, getting all up in there, and there is no paint on top, but definitely a little bit of oil just left over from the paint that we shot. Go get that. That was a whole chunk of shell that got stuck in there. Get all this out. Sometimes if you do break paint inside, it will sneak underneath your tray and get down in there, so it's good to just check this out at least a couple times. And then for the actual feed neck opening, that's why I like to take the squeegee, just put it through, super easy. If you don't have one, you can always feed this through it, but a little more annoying, a little more cumbersome. So let's put that down. Now, first I'm going to take our drive cone off, get to that in a second. Go ahead and just wipe down your actual tray here. Same thing, if you want to wet your towel first, you can totally do that. I'll wipe down the top of the tray here as well. This top little, all that. I'll get underneath the ramp. Just catch any extra stuff that gets stuck under there. Now, with the Spire 4, Spire 5, and Spire 3, something that I like to do to really get it clean is to actually take the tray out, since it is toolless and you can do that. So let me just look. So you want to make sure you're not hurting your connections or anything before you take it out. So there is one connection here that you're going to want to pull out. It's a little different on the Spire 3. It's a little bigger and easier to grab onto. Don't grab the wire. Try to grab the actual plastic piece. There you go. Pinch it out real quick. So now there's a little tab that you can kind of pinch down on, and that should click it out, and then you can start to, yep, it'll just roll out like this. Hold on to it. Don't let it go. Now I'm going to put this one down first. So here you see Joel has a lot of paint toward the end of his raceway. That's going to mess with your shot. It's going to slick up your balls. So take my trusty rag here and just get that all cleaned up. Joel, that's been there for a while, buddy. You sure you've been shooting straight lanes? But yeah, so this little cup is also known as your raceway. As it races its way into your actual marker, gets to the feed neck. So you want to wipe this down really well. This is going to be the super important part of your loader, because this is where all of your paint has to come in contact right before it gets to your breech. So I'm going to be very detailed about this. Get up any oil, any old paint. This is also not a bad one to take a wet rag, dry rag kind of approach. So there you go. And then you can get these little back hinges as well, just because they can hold on to paint and then distribute that. Not so much by accident, but just by virtue of having paint on them. In here also is going to be like where the vision for the eyes is. Not a terrible idea to run the squeegee through that as well. Get it nice and clean, that way it's all kind of contained and you're not messing with anything too much. This looks pretty good, so I'm going to set this down. Then the top half of the tray has the top half of the raceway, which also needs to be wiped down. I'm seeing a lot of paint residue here from Daddy Joel, so I'm going to wipe that out for him. Get this all cleaned up and taken care of, yes. Get this top part of the raceway, get it all taken care of, there you go, beautiful. Just checking out the top here again. I know there's some little pink splashes and splatches up here, getting rid of them. Yeah. This is looking really nice. I think Joel's going to be happy with this. So, then go in reverse order. Ooh, gotta wipe off where the hinge goes in. That's not going to help anybody, right? Do I have paint on that? There we go. Cool. So, take these two hinges, place them into their respective openings. As you roll this down to click it into place, make sure these wires are out of the way and not going to get pinched. And click. You hear it snap into place. Give it a little tug, it's not going anywhere. Reconnect this bad boy. Just gonna slide her on in there. Use the two fingernails to kind of help push it in. Cool, I'm gonna tap this button to turn it on, see it still works. There you go. All in working order. Final piece of this, your drive cone. Pretty easy fix, or not fix rather, but pretty easy wipe down. Just get it all in there. Get the top big plastic part. The really important part is gonna be these rubber fins at the bottom. Make sure you give each of them a little pinch, just like you would like your toes when you're drying them off or something, if you're weird like that. But there you go, this is looking pretty good. Good old spit shine. I did not actually spit, just for the record. It's magnetic, so you just clip it right back on. Bam. Beautiful. Rotates like a dream. So, in reverse order then, put this back in. Nose first, put it in straight back down, and you're gonna click. Not going anywhere. Click shut. Hello, click shut. Move that lock up so it's not going anywhere. And you are done cleaning your Spire 5, Spire 4, or Spire 3. These are all pretty much going to be identical, guys. It's the same process. The only real difference is the that connecting wire is a little fatter, a little easier to grab onto with the Spire 3 and I believe the Spire 4, but very little difference at all. This is a good thing to do. You definitely want to clean out your hopper. I try to wipe mine down at the end of every play day just to keep things kind of clean. Don't let the oil build up and slick my shots. That way I can hit those snapshots when I'm battling with people in the Doritos or the Snake or wherever the hell. But thank you guys for stopping by and watching. I hope this is educational and helpful for you guys. Let us know if there's any other equipment you'd like us to do little cleaning videos on, little maintenance kind of chit chat videos, and definitely use the links in the description to pick up any of the paintball related items that you've seen in this video, and we'll catch you in the next one.